you're listening right now, it is good to have your company, and you can watch along as well on social media on the Facebook page right now. And we are going to talk to tonight's guest, and we're turning our attention to hockey actually, which is great to feature on the show, and we're going to find out why it's actually thriving in Pembrokeshire, and especially at Fishguard and Goodwick Hockey Club, because the captain of the ladies team is with us. That's Jasmine Meany, and she's going to tell us a bit about what's happening and how the season's going. Hi Jasmine, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you guys?
We are very well, thank you. And it's good to talk to you, and really good to feature hockey on the show tonight. So let's start with yourself, because you are back as captain of the team this season. You were promoted as well into Division 3 at the end of last season. So how's this season going, Jasmine?
Yeah, so far it's not too bad. We've obviously we were promoted last season. We were unbeaten last season in the league. This season's proven to be a little bit tougher. We've had a few players that have moved away for various different reasons, university and work. So the majority of our team is actually under 18. So it's quite nice to get the youngsters involved. But yeah, no, so far so good. We're getting together, quite often as a team, and we're starting to gel now, which is really good.
And you were telling us off air, and you just mentioned it there about how young the squad is. I think you said something like, is it only 6 of you that are over 18?
Yeah, so I think we've got about 6 of us that are over 18. The rest are all then under 18. So it's really good to have, so many juniors interested in the sport.
And as captain, does that present a few challenges as well in terms of just logistics for travelling to games, but also how you deal with some of those younger players?
I think it makes it a little bit difficult in regards to availability, because obviously when you're younger, you've got a lot of different hobbies, and you've got to rely on your parents to travel. We travel quite far. We travel all around Cardiff, Swansea, Chepstow area. So it's getting the parents' availability more so than the juniors' availability. But no, it's good to have the youngsters there. It's nice to have some of that energy that they bring to the team.
Yeah, that's great. Let's get some questions from the guys. Fraser.
Yeah, Jasmine, good to talk to you. One thing that strikes me, Jasmine, friends with actually a couple of the players on your male side, and Harry actually, a good boy who we roped into playing cricket for us, and you could tell he was a hockey player. It was an interesting technique when he held a bat, which I don't think he'd done before. But one thing that always strikes me is the travelling you guys do in this league. I often speak to him and say, yeah, we're in Cardiff early tomorrow, or you mentioned Chepstow off there. How do you counter that? Because that's something that's been a problem, certainly in local rugby, is teams not wanting to travel so far, and they've actually had to bring the leagues closer together and more regionalised because of that. How would you cope with it in the hockey?
Yeah, it is difficult sometimes. We obviously are the furthest down south that players will travel. So a lot of the times the teams either can't field enough of the squad to come down to us, or, they just don't travel down that far. I think our closest game this season is Carmarthen. So it's also getting the availability to travel. It takes our whole day to travel. We're playing in Chepstow on Saturday. We start at 11, so we're leaving Fishguard about 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. We won't be back much before 4 or 5 o'clock. So it is a really big commitment from all of our players, both men and women. We're all travelling up the M4, but we seem to manage as a team. We normally get a good 11 to go away, so fingers crossed it stays that way.
That's good.
I get the impression the hockey scene is fairly strong in Pembrokeshire, given the size of our county. I mean, you got Milford Haven, they were promoted last year, a couple of strong sides. They got junior section as well. I think it's Pembroke Hockey Club. I think they go under the name banner now, don't they? Which I think is a merger with them and have to. But what's the key to that then? Because it's not what is considered a mainstream sport that gets a lot of publicity, does it? It's usually something that a lot of people only watch every 4 years, maybe when the Olympics comes around or something like that. So how do you get these, and especially from Fishguard point of view, how do you get these youngsters interested and signed up?
We try and start them in primary school. So we've got obviously our junior sides. That's a big part of our club, because obviously we have the players then feeding through from the ages of 10 all the way up to seniors. So we try and they did an event on Fishguard AstroTurf a couple of weeks ago with all the primary schools, and we had 6 or 7 new members join from the primary schools. So it's quite interesting. It's good that we're doing those sort of things to get the members. But I think everywhere seems to do the same sort of thing. We do base our club on our junior players. So it's really good that we've got the support from, all the seniors, the parents, and the primary schools themselves as well.
That's great. Gordon.
Yeah, it's great to see that the juniors are playing. I assume, because it was a long time when I was in school, but hockey was the main sport in secondary school. But you're mentioning there they're actually doing it through junior schools as well, through to secondary school. So
They're trying
obviously,
to get
yeah.
they're trying to get them to start in primary schools. I think
Yeah.
I know in Fishguard School especially, hockey and netball were the two key sports when I was in school. I think the hockey's worn off mainly because they haven't got the teachers to do it. But that's why we try and get them then through the primary school so that the motivation carries on through the high school, and then we get the players coming to us senior level as well.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, that's really good. And you've had some success, not only with your promotion last season, but you were recognised, weren't you, at the Sport Pembrokeshire Awards for Team Achievement of the Year for Fishguard and Goodwick ladies side. And that must be a nice bit of recognition in the county, Jasmine, to pick up that.
Yeah, it's so lovely to be recognised for that. And we've also had a few of our other under 18s nominated for different awards as well. So the club's really getting the recognition it deserves this year. It's really good.
Yeah, and
really
your
nice to be appreciated.
Your shortlist is as well, I think, for Senior Team of the Year. So you'll find out in a couple of weeks, won't you? And don't worry, Fraser's poker face. He's one of the judges, but he won't give anything away. So I won't even try. But congratulations on being nominated. And Gordon touched on it there as well. And Fraser talking about hockey in schools, but that junior section does seem to be thriving. What is it for you, Jasmine, about hockey that if we've got like parents watching at the moment, why is it a good sport for young kids to get involved with and start playing for a club like Fishguard and Goodwick?
I think with Fishguard and Goodwick hockey, we're just a bit like a big family, so it's just so nice to have players from the ages of 10 all the way through, and to, like, you know, I'm 25, so, you know, we've got senior players as well, so it's just such it's a different sport. It's just a good way to let out some energy. It's a good way to just stress relieve. I think it's just an all-round good sport for men, women and juniors, which I think it makes it so unique.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on, Fraser.
I get the impression, Jasmine, as well, that your club's quite well integrated in the community in Fishguard and Goodwick. I noticed you had representatives laying out wreaths, I believe, on Sunday at the Remembrance Day service. I just had a look earlier, and you do receive sponsorship. People like Dolphin Fish and Chips, Royal Oak, things like that. Big businesses that are well known in the area. Is that fair to say that you are well integrated like that? And you are, because obviously Fishguard and Goodwick, there are the competitors in terms of their football team, their rugby teams, and so on. But the hockey seems to be quite a big part of that local society, from where I'm standing.
Yeah. No, we're well supported by the community. We try and get our name out there as much as possible. And obviously, like you just mentioned, we've started doing player sponsors as well. So it just gives something back to those businesses that support us throughout the years as well. It's nice to be able to give back. And you mentioned the Royal Oak there. They host some of our quiz nights and stuff like that as well. So it's good to it's good to give back to the community as well as a club.
Yeah, and it's the social side of it in hockey alive, because that's something we've talked about as well a lot with football and rugby lately. That has changed, but obviously with hockey it's a bit different. You've got some games kicking off. Oh, sorry, it's not the correct of hockey. I know, pushing off whatever it is at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Is it tapping? I can't remember. Yeah.
Push back.
That's it. Yeah.
Push backing at 11 a.m. in the morning. Then, so is that restrict what you can do socially, or are you a good group and an away trip's also fun as well as being serious and long?
Yeah, we try to. If we're away, we all try to sort of meet up on the way back, whether we've gone up together or whether we've gone up separately. Try to meet up at somewhere to have a bit of food or something on the way back. So it is nice to try and include the whole team, because obviously it's a long day for us all. We leave at 7 in the morning. We might not be home until 5 o'clock, so
sure.
It's good then just to have a bit of a catch up after the game. And obviously any seniors, then we might go out in the evening. It all depends.
I was going to say, Jasmine, with the amount of the only 6 of you over 18, so you have to be a bit careful.
No, we can't do too much, but no, sometimes if we go out, we do tend to join the men's team. But no, we've got a Christmas social now down in Milford in Stack. So we've got all our junior members that play for us and the seniors. We're doing a bit of a secret Santa, so it's nice, to go out all as a team and sort of gel together. It's like I said, it's like a big family.
Yeah. I'm interested what it's like in your home dynamic, because I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you're engaged to one of the male players, Jason. So what's the mood like in the house when one of you loses and the other wins?
No, do you know what? It's actually okay. It's not too bad. we're both quite graceful losers, I should say. Yeah.
It is interesting though, because my family are hockey players, and that social side and like gathering at the hockey club, it kind of became a way of life, really. So that they grew up in Lancashire, my dad and my uncle, and spent all their time at the hockey club. That was their weekends, and it was really good sort of part of their life, like growing up. So I think when you get involved with a club like that, and especially when it's your local club, Jasmine, it does become a really big part of your life, doesn't it? And you make great memories and great friends.
I think I spend more time with the club sometimes than I do my own family. We train on a Tuesday night, we play on the weekends. If I've not got a game, I'm watching Jason and the men play, and then vice versa with the men, they watch us if they haven't got a game. So yeah, it is good. It's really good to be a part of the club, and it's just so nice to be all welcoming and supported by everybody.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so what's to come this weekend, Jasmine? Where are you off? Is it Chepstow this weekend, did you say?
Chepstow at 11 o'clock this weekend for the ladies.
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
not sure with the men. I think they're home this weekend. The men have got a home game, I think.
So that's an early start from Fishguard. And if there's anyone watching who maybe would like to get involved, either playing or supporting the club, what would you say to them, Jasmine? Are there opportunities for people to get involved?
Yes, we're always looking for volunteers, whether it's parents, whether it's wanting to play, whether it's refereeing our games. We've got lots of things going on, so if you fancy a training session, it's 6:30 till 7:30 on a Tuesday night for the seniors, and it's 5:30 till 6:30 for the juniors. And we've got a Facebook page as well, so if you want to give us a follow on that shows us a lot of stuff that we're going on in the club and what we're doing. So yeah, anybody wants to get involved, follow us.
Excellent. Yeah, your Facebook page is absolutely excellent. So we point people at that indeed. So thank you ever so much, Jasmine, for being with us. I just got to finish as captain. Do you ever get? Are you like I bet you have to deal with all sorts of stuff. Do you ever get any funny requests from the players? And you're like, I'm just let me play my hockey.
No, not really as a captain. Not yet, anyway. Now that you've mentioned it, I probably will.
I bet they challenge you from time to time. I'm sure they will as the season goes on.
Yes, I'm sure they will.
Listen, it's great to talk to you. Thank you very much for joining us on Pure West. Keep up the excellent work at Fishguard and Goodwick, and good luck for that Sport Pembrokeshire Award as well.
Thank you very much.
Farm. Yeah, we'll be watching that closely. Cheers, Jasmine. We are going to come back for the final part of Pure West Sport. We're going to be talking rugby. Fraser was in Cardiff yesterday, so we'll find out what he made of Steve Tandy's first game as head coach. That's to come in the final part of Pure West Sport next.
Mindful Monday with SM Bespoke